Hello to you, you're very welcome. I just finished making my tomato soup and garnishing with a little few pine nuts, and just after my completed blog post about nuts, Let's Go Nuts it's called. And pine nuts, let's start on them, are a Mediterranean metabolizer. Basically they're quite rich in magnesium, regulate appetite hormones, and may even support healthy cholesterol. And also are a beautiful source of vitamin K2, for our walls of our cardiovascular system, and supporting vitamin D absorption. Great for antioxidant for skin health and heart health in general. And they've been used even by the Roman soldiers all the way back when they started making their beautiful pesto, basil, like I have on my soup, and pine nuts, olive oil, fabulous. But let's talk about all the nuts that I mentioned in my post. First of all, nuts are such a fantastic source of fatty acids, of certainly many minerals and vitamins. The important thing with nuts is that I eat a whole pile of them every single day. And I already hear you saying, like the people in my store, but they're full of fat. Indeed, they are full of fat. So what is important about nuts is that we can only eat a good amount of nuts every day if we restrict or even pretty much eliminate the amount of glucose that we ingest. That means carbohydrates and sugars. Because as long as the blood senses glucose in the bloodstream, that's the first source of energy. And of course, if we keep giving our body glucose, any sort of fat will be stored away, where around the middle, in particular if you're over 45 years old. But let's look at the nuts. So first of all, let me talk to you about Brazil nuts. They are so rich in selenium, and we really don't want to overeat them. They are quite big anyway, and because they're so rich in selenium, they're fabulous for our immune system and our thyroid gland. But less is more, because too much selenium can really backfire on us. So that's our selenium. Then we have the pecan nuts, and pecan nuts are a very precious nut as well. Let me just get to my little cheat sheet where I probably find them. The brain booster. Yes, again, small amount, clarity, mental clarity, and of course, similar to the walnut, which has the shell like a skull, and then the halves inside the shell look like two halves of our brain. Very rich in omega fatty acids. After fish, it's probably the highest omega-3 fatty acid content in the plant kingdom, if there is such a word. Now, what else do we have here? Let me see. Pistachios. Pistachio nuts, also really nice and creamy. Rich in lutein. Lutein is an antioxidant that you'd find in blueberries, and it's fabulous for our eyesight and eye health. Prebiotic fiber and good for the gut. And again, just small portions, and I think that's why they have such a difficult shell. So it is so annoying to get the shell off, unless you buy them shelled, of course. Make also sure you don't buy them too salted. So read the ingredients. You don't want to load up on a whole pile of salt. But pistachios, less is more with them. Now, peanuts are not really a nut, and I actually don't have any peanuts here, but I tell you about them anyway. They're very rich in protein, as you know from peanut butter. When you choose peanut butter, make sure not to have the one with palm oil or any other oils or salts and so on. Pinch of salt is no harm, but just check. But peanuts are also great cardio support. They're rich in resveratrol. That's another antioxidant that we find in red wine and the red wine leaf. So again, peanuts, not a nut, but a legume, I think. And then we have here wonderful hazelnuts. You can roast them as well for a lovely snack, but they do lose their nutritional value when they are roasted. Let me just find my little hazelnut. Very rich in vitamin E. Yeah, most nuts are rich in vitamin E, which is of course fabulous for our skin, our heart. Hazelnuts have monounsaturated fatty acids. So you have the polyunsaturated fatty acids in fish and the likes, they're the good fats. They're the ones we want. But hazelnuts have the unsaturated fatty acids. Look it up. Every day is a school day. And arteries love hazelnuts as well, and so does our skin, of course. And let me see what else I have on my list. Almonds, I'm missing them as well. Must have eaten them all up. And almond is the glow maker. Now, it's maybe a good idea to soak a handful of almonds, your daily portion, in a bit of water for a little while. They contain a pyruvic acid, and it's better to maybe soak them and throw out the water before eating them. They are very rich in vitamin E, magnesium, and are a great skin and nerve support. Edible skincare. So all the nuts are really wonderful. Quality is, in my opinion, very important. And again, don't eat too many unless you have really got on top of that glucose spike and the bread addiction, as I call it. And if you want to find out more about my program and mentoring about breaking that bread addiction, watch out. There's a whole program coming up for you to help you break that bread slump and addiction, and of course the big rim around the middle when you reach 45 and over. Thanks for tuning in. I'd appreciate a like, or I'm happy to hear your recipes and your love for nuts. So let's go nuts. And if you'd like to subscribe to the newsletter, link also below. And I really look forward to hearing from you. Ciao for now.